Share with me. What have you talked about? Aha, insights, questions. So that I can take a break, right? Okay. Yes.
Okay. By charging the higher price points,
Yes.
you eliminate those like low paying, I guess, like cheap clients.
Yes.
So you eliminate that and you only deal with like the high end clients.
Yes.
You eliminate like the other risks or something.
Yes. Yes.
You can serve the people that are willing to pay at a higher level and deliver more value the higher up you go, and you can descend down the sales funnel and focus in on
How old are you?
16.
16. 16. High school kid. Talking about sales funnel. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Good. Good. Yes. Yes. Someone from the back. Let's see. Someone from the back. Awfully quiet, you guys. Come on. Yes.
Do you think there's a reason that so many entrepreneurs or business owners are too fearful to charge high prices? Or why a lot of them, it's their natural,
Coming next. Coming next. Yes. Yes. A lot of time. Yes.
Because I actually tried to do some research.
Yes.
I researched like high net worth individuals, and I was researching the whole market.
Yes.
But then when I was trying to do like primary research,
Yes.
I couldn't find anything like about the need for my niche.
Ah.
I
What would affluent clients want?
I couldn't I couldn't find any like access, to like talking to people. Like I just like that's not.
You mean access to your ideal clients that you want at a high net worth?
That's right.
Yeah. First of all, people who are high net worth, they are very what?
Protected.
Very protected, very guarded,
Yeah.
right? Very guarded. And you notice if you go to Amazon, very few books, very few authors. First of all, very few entrepreneurs know how to sell to affluent individuals. Very few. Do you know why? Because they're not one themselves. We sell to who we are comfortable with. So it's like a realtor. I can sell, a $500,000 condo. I can sell, but selling a $10 million home. I don't even know where to start, man, because I've never lived in a $10 million home. So a lot of entrepreneurs, they're not comfortable and they don't know how to communicate with these people. And they would very often project their value on them. Okay? Let me give you an example. Before the R8, one of my dream car when I was younger and 20-somewhat years old was the RX8, the Mazda RX8. You remember, right?
I remember.
Yeah, the red, and I had it on my vision board and said, someday I'm going to get the car. And I would go to the Mazda dealership and I would try to test drive the car, okay? And I would go to one dealership and test drive. A couple months later, go to a different dealership, of course, right? You test drive, and I test drove it 3, 4, 5 times. And finally, I could afford it. I walked into the dealership, Burnaby on Kingsway. I walked in the dealership and said, I want that car. And the salesman was saying, well, would you like to test drive it? I said, no. Well, do you want me to walk you through the features? And he was walking through the whole, well, let me show you the engine and this. I said, I'm ready to buy. Dude, take my money, right? Oh, no, let me walk you through this and that. And then, actually, we have this option here that it's actually costs less. You can save some money on the rims and the tires. I don't want to fucking save money. Don't you get it? Give me the best. Oh, no, you don't want to waste money on that. And I was getting so pissed off. I said, let me talk to your manager. And the manager was smart. The man, hey, sir, you're looking this car, good-looking car, right? Yeah. I said, I want to buy it. I said, we got just one in the store, but not for every customer. Slick, not for everyone. And it's a little bit more expensive. It's got all the features and sunroof and this and that, and explain, but it costs a little bit more than the usual feature, usual model. That's the one I would take. 5 minutes, close myself, done, paperwork, right? Just now financing everything else. So the sales guy was projecting his values on me, right? Because I'm not going to buy a sport car. I'm driving a minivan. He's not listening to my needs. So when you sell to, I'm going to go into some strategies and psychology, how to sell to affluent clients. And that's why most entrepreneurs were comfortable selling to people at the same level or maybe slightly higher. And I always say, if you, it's like there was the other day I was talking to a coach. There's so many coaches nowadays, it's unbelievable. A coach, anyway, a success coach, whatever the fuck that means. A success coach. And he was struggling, and he's saying, Then I try to sell these clients. Man, I try to sell them a $10,000 package. And I've been trying, man, and just nobody would buy. I said, I said, have you bought a $10,000 package? Have you ever invested $10,000 in coaching yourself? I said, no, hell no, I'm not going to pay 10 grand. So you have not done that before. You don't know what it's like to invest $10,000 in coaching. Then how can you expect you could sell someone on the idea to pay you $10,000 for coaching? It doesn't make sense because you haven't experienced it. And I said, the first thing you got to do, you better make enough money so you invest in somebody, right? That you know what it's like, that 10 grand. You write that check. You know what experience is like. It's, oh, no. That's the problem. Does that make sense? That is the problem. So let's talk about self-image, for example, for a second here. So most entrepreneurs, most of the time, they are too slow to what? To raise their prices. And it's more about confidence and self-image than the actual value delivered. It has to do a lot with self-image. Because you don't believe as an entrepreneur, you don't believe you're worth it. You don't believe, or maybe it's not the right time, or scarcity mindset, right, Thomas? Oh, if I raise my prices, all my customers, they're going to leave me. They're going to be gone. Oh my God, then I'm not going to have money coming in. I can't pay the bills. The scarcity mindset kicks in. If you are if entrepreneurs, if you're afraid to raise your prices and you're afraid customers will leave, it's not a pricing issue. It's a marketing issue. It means your pipeline is not full enough. You don't have enough people you're talking to. You're not selling to enough people. Not enough volume. That's why you're afraid. If you're so busy, you have so much business coming in, if you increase your prices, you lose 10, 20%. Do you care? No, because you lose that 10, 20%, it will be replaced by what? Better customers. So it's a sales issue. Your pipeline is full, you don't care. You do not. That's the same thing why I tell the person who's bitching about the $20 that fuck off. My goal is to impact 1 million entrepreneurs. 1 million entrepreneurs. There are a lot of entrepreneurs out there. I don't have time to care about everyone's feeling. If this is the big picture, if you think about it, right? 7 billion people on the planet. I'm busy. Move on. That's how I think. So same thing with the business. If you're busy, you don't care. And sometimes I tell, let me ask you a question. Are there customers within your business right now? Just to picture this, okay? Are there customers within your business right now that you're just like, you will be happy, very happy to get rid of them? Yes. Those are what I call clients from hell. But why don't you get rid of them?
Because they pay you.
Because they pay you? Also because what?
Fear.
Fear, yes.
You try, they keep coming back because they're
They keep coming back, right? They're pain in the ass to deal with and they keep coming back. But think in terms of these difficult clients. If you get rid of them, just imagine for a second, okay? If you get rid of them, how would you feel? Okay? And how much more time that would free you up so you could do more for the other clients and you can attract better clients. So it's almost self-image, it's fear.
10 times your finances, 10 times your business, 10 times your marketing, 10 times your life. Hit the subscribe button now.